Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Flat Broke Outdoors. If you're new to the channel, my name's Blaine, and what I do is just camp. Camp apparently some everywhere. Normally my thing is the woods and the water and all that, but right now I'm in Texas, so I'm kind of checking out what they have to offer. So for the next 2 nights, we will be camped right on the beach of the Gulf of Mexico at Mustang Island State Park in Texas. If you watched my last video, I was about, I don't really know how far it is away, probably maybe 40 miles away, maybe a little farther, I don't know. But I was over at Goose Island State Park, kind of camped in a little bit of a wooded setting. But this time, we are right on the beach. I know y'all can see them waves, and I don't know if you can even hear me over them. It's very loud. But it's a pretty nice place here, pretty quiet. There's some other folks down there fishing, but I don't know if they're camping. But I've got this little spot all to myself, so I've got some setting up to do, but I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. Hey y'all, welcome back. I got everything about set up. Just want to give y'all a peek at that. So I did score a blue water jug. I was without one on my last trip. Got my tablecloth there. The table was kind of funky, had bird caca on it. I got me a couple of totes to store my stuff. Let's see, got my tent put up, Old Faithful. At least it's warm today. It's 70 something. I think the low tonight's in the high 50s, so having a breeze coming through my tent is going to be pretty good. And let's see, this is where I'm cooking the whole trip. Well, that is a fire maple twig cook stove, whatever you want to call it. But that's going to be both my fire pit and where I cook. There's my little raggedy chair. Come around here, and here's where I'm going to make coffee. So you see that I did not bring the Blackstone this time. I thought I would try to do this one a little more rustic, just because of where we're at. It's really, if it wasn't so cloudy, it would be so beautiful. But the seas are a little rougher today than they have been the last time I was out here. But there's not really a lot of people here at all. Like I said earlier, there's some folks down this way fishing right there. But it would probably be kind of fun to fish here, but I am not set up for this kind of fishing. I actually have some poles at home that would probably hold up pretty well, but I didn't think to bring any of that. The only two fishing poles I got with me is some very thin crappie poles, but you never know, I might find a place to put them to use while I'm here in Texas. But anyway, I just want to bring y'all up to speed on that. Oh, and by the way, I did get a different bed. That air bed that kept throwing me on the ground, I got something a little different that don't hold air. So I should be a little more comfortable tonight. But anyway, I'll let y'all get back to doing what you were doing for 1 second. And I'm going to eat a little lunch. I'm just going to eat a sandwich. I ain't going to cook anything. I've got a lot of different food with me, so I'm not sure what I'm going to cook tonight, but I'm sure it'll be good. I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Everybody, welcome back. I've just been getting a few things going on around here. I spent some time walking up and down the shoreline there, picking up some shells for my wife since she is elsewhere dolphin watching. She had a good day. That's one of her favorite things to do is watch dolphins, so she's been busy doing that. I had to put up a little bit of a wind block here. I used my one wind poncho to block some of the wind. I got some coffee water going on here, and that wind was messing with my flame, so I had to run a little block on it, but it wasn't no big deal. You guys see this black bird right here? I don't know the name of it right off, but that is a troublesome little dude right there. Him and all his little buddies. I've taken all my effort to keep them ran out of here. But anyway, what I got going on over here is got a little bit of a fire going. When that wind picked up, it got kind of cool out here, but just got my fire going there. That's just a bag of mesquite chunks for smoking, but that wood is so good. I mean, I've only put a few pieces in there. It's been burning a long time, making some good coals. So I've got some jalapeno and cheese beef sausages I'm going to cook for supper. I'll probably just put them on an old hot dog stick and roast them over this fire right here. And that's about all the fire we need out here. You know, it's not, excuse me, it's not cold. That wind will put a little chill on you. Of course, I still got shorts on, but anyway, I think I got some chips. I guess we'll have them beef sausages and some chips for supper, I guess. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Keep it simple. It's not near about supper time yet, but it's nice to have this little fire going. I can just walk over there and warm up my legs every now and then. But I'm not even sure if y'all can even hear this over this loud water. Man, that water's loud, but it's surprisingly calming being out here just listening to that. You know, I used to live in Hawaii, so I spent a lot of time on the beach, but I had forgotten, you know, exactly what it all sounded like. And this has been very relaxing afternoon for sure. But anyway, I'm going to get my coffee made, and I'm going to sit by that fire and watch them waves roll in and just hang out. And I'll get back with y'all when it's time to start cooking some supper. All right, welcome back, y'all. We are putting a slow smoke on these all beef sausages. I apologize if the wind or the waves are making too much noise in this mic. I have no idea until I play it back what's really going on, but man, it's just been a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here. I can't remember exactly what time I got here, but it was early. It was probably around noon or somewhere like that. So I've been here for quite a while. Been quite a few folks back and forth on the beach, but you know, they just passing by. One thing I remember about my beach camping days is everything you eat is going to have some sand in it, whether you like it or not, no matter how careful you are. So I'm trying to be careful, but I'm sure I'll be grinding away. I don't know how far the tide is supposed to come in tonight, but hopefully it won't get up here where we're at. It was up here not long ago, judging from by the way the sand looks, but I don't think it's supposed to come up tonight or tomorrow night. Can't believe how much that wind has picked up. It's strong. I did get some different tent stakes for this trip. It's kind of like a little auger. You just twist them down into the sand. I don't know if they're any good or not, or, you know, I know that tent ain't gonna blow away with me in it, but you know, if I turn my head, it might huff it off over there somewhere. If it does blow away, I'll probably let it keep on blowing, because it is definitely not my favorite tent for sure. I am sorely missing my rooftop tent right now. There's some folks just down from me, and they brought a kite. They're flying a kite. So that looked like fun to me, but I do not have a kite. I don't know, maybe when, you know, 20 or 25 years ago when my kids were small, I might have flew a kite with them, but I can't remember it if I did. Surely I did. What kind of dad would I be if I didn't give my kids a kite? I remember they were a lot of fun when I was a kid. Of course, I always had some old cheap raggedy kite that couldn't hardly keep flying. We made our own kites a lot. I do remember that. Well, I don't think I'm going to let y'all suffer all the way through this sausage cooking, so I'm going to get this done, and I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey, everybody. We have lost all of our sunlight, and it has gotten even windier and even colder. So I think I am going to climb in that tent and watch a movie. I am pretty chilly out. Good morning, campers. Everything on the first night on the beach went pretty good. I didn't get a great amount of sleep, but I got good sleep. The wind was so strong. I was satisfied it was going to blow that tent down completely, but it didn't. It just flowed right through there. But it lasted till, I guess I got up about 3 o'clock, and everything was really pretty still. And it's a little more windy now, but it's not horrible. It could be a lot worse. It's noisy just because of the waves just crashing, crashing. But the wind is it's pretty tolerable right now. I got a little fire going, so I can. I got to let that burn down some, then I'll cook some breakfast. I don't even have coffee on yet. I just been catching up on some old YouTube videos that I've been missing out on, through the holidays. But it's a pretty good night. There was another set of people camped down the beach quite a ways, and they left. Well, I don't know if all their stuff is gone, but 2 trucks drove out about, I don't know, about 5 o'clock, I guess. So I might be out here all by myself. Hopefully these clouds will go away and we'll be able to capture a good sunrise this morning, but it's really hard to say now. It's really pretty cloudy, but all in all, it's a good first night for sure. And I think we're going to stay tonight also, so we'll see how that goes, but everything's good. It's not really super cold or anything. It's a little damp. That's why I got this vest on, just because I guess, this close to the water, and you got all that spray coming off and all that stuff. Everything just feels damp. So, I don't know. I'll just continue to warm up by this fire a little bit and get some coffee going. And I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Y'all see this little tiny cast iron pan I'm cooking in? Looks like it's made by Fisher Price. This is what I've been reduced to. Now, it's really the only camping pan I had in the motorhome, so I brought it with me. All my other stuff's in my truck. I don't think we're going to get much of a sunrise this morning. It's cloudy. Breeze picking up just a little bit. It's not too bad yet. Not too bad at all. But the skillet's so small, I got to cook my sausages one at a time. And then I guess I'll graduate to eggs after that. Little black birds and woke up, started creeping around here, looking for stuff. It's still just a little chilly with that breeze coming across there, but other than that, it's not too bad. I don't have any complaints. I'm actually enjoying my time on the beach. But anyway, I'm going to finish cooking this sausage and then get some eggs on. And I might put it all into a breakfast burrito. We'll see how that goes. All right, y'all. We'll see if we can get this put together. Got some jalapeno salsa here. I'm gonna Sprinkle in there. Go over here and get my egg mixture. Be right back. So this is a sausage, egg, and cheese mixture. Stir this around a little bit. Set this back over here. All right, kids, I'm going to attempt to roll this up if possible. There we have it, y'all. Have us a nice breakfast burrito. I'll let y'all know later how it tasted. Hey, y'all, welcome back. You missed a little bit of an episode. I'm only about probably 75 yards from where you come off the pavement road to enter the beach. I was over here minding my own business, and I looked up, and there was a big Class A motorhome trying to come through the entrance. Well, he didn't hardly get any farther than the length of his motorhome, and he was done for. You know, you can do that kind of stuff over at Padre Island. It don't really fly here. This sand is kind of soft. But anyway, he must have known somebody that was down the beach that way somewhere, because this white Ford pickup came and stopped over there and pulled him out. Neither one of them ever came back. But that's quite a load to get stuck in the sand here, for sure. I mean, you can tell right when you're coming into here that that's some soft sand. I mean, and there's people here ain't scared. There's somebody down there driving a Tesla car, and I've seen several little tiny cars come through here. I would never drive. I have a Volkswagen Passat. I would not bring that to this beach, because this might be where it has to live the rest of its life. But anyway, the sun finally came out. I got my solar panels strung out over there. Wind's blown one of them over 2 or 3 times, but I've got 2 of the folding suitcase style solar panels, and they're 160 watts each, so it gives me just over 300 watts. But anybody that's ever dealt with solar panels, you know, if it's a 300 watt solar panel, you're not ever going to get 300 watts out of it, most likely. I know I've never had ever gotten full, even at complete perfect sunlight, I've never gotten everything out of a solar panel that it claims that it'll do. So anyway, it is starting to warm up some. I'm probably going to have to get rid of some of these long sleeves I got on, but looks like it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice day. There's some kids down here playing in the water. They've been down there since daylight playing in that water. They should have been froze nearly half to the hypothermia should have set in on them this morning, but nah, they just out there playing, living their best life, I guess. But anyway, I just want to tell you about that motorhome. That beat all I ever seen. Some folks just crazy. But anyway, that's about all I had. It's not a lot of exciting stuff going on. I walked up and down the beach earlier, picking up shells for my wife. She likes shells. I don't know that she'll ever put them out on display anywhere, but she likes them. So, and I have found some pretty cool ones. But it's roughly about, I don't know, about 20 after 10. So it ain't even, excuse me, it ain't even time to start thinking about lunch yet. So I don't know what we'll do. If I don't see you before lunch, I'll meet y'all back right here at lunchtime. Hey everybody, welcome back. Y'all caught me right about supper time. In this pot, I have some Tanga de Polo in here. Some Mexican chicken of some description. Cooking it in my coffee pot. And then I added some jalapeno salsa to it that I have, just because I thought it was kind of dry. And then once this gets good and warm, I'm gonna toast me a couple of tortillas on here, and then add some more of that jalapeno salsa to it. Should make for a fine supper, I believe. Oh, and then I had some Mexican rice I threw in on top of it, because you know, Mexican rice goes good with about anything, I think. But it looked like a pretty good spread. When I start putting it together, I'll bring y'all back and let you take a look at it. For the most part, the day has been uneventful, but I did have an infiltration of the Boy Scouts of America. Let me pan y'all around there and let you take a look, see what's going on. They have infiltrated my camp. They go as far as the eye can see back over there. But anyway, I'll bring y'all back when I get ready to put them burritos together. All right, y'all, let's build this thing. This is the salsa I was talking about. I had put that on my breakfast stuff this morning. So we're gonna put us a little dab of this in there. Already added some to this tinga chicken just to moisten it up some. Set this back on fire. All right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all watch me try to roll this thing up again. It don't always work out for me, but most of the time it don't work out. But we will call that a win. Anyway, I'm gonna eat, and I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Y'all, I'm putting a little more heat under this for round 2 here. These youngsters and broke out some kites. I'll let y'all check them out here. There it is. They're just having a blast. There was another one down the way. I guess it must have quit. So that's pretty cool. I like to see kids enjoy themselves. I don't think there's any reason why they should grow up before their time. The seas are still a little angry, but at least the wind ain't blowing so bad like it was yesterday. The Boy Scout folks did invite me over for lasagna and Dutch oven buttercream cake, but I had already planned to do this chicken. So anyway, I'm gonna finish heating this back up, and I'll get with y'all in a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. I gotta tell you, if I never get the opportunity to camp on the beach on the Gulf of Mexico again, I'll be all right with that. I know y'all saw all that. Here's the way it went down. When I first went to bed last night, the wind was blowing the sand off these dunes over here under my rain fly and threw that mesh top all over everything inside the tent. I knew there was nothing I could do about it, so I just grabbed a jacket and put over my head and let it go. And man, that sand was just pelting me for, a long time. And then the wind got so strong, it broke the two poles that actually hold the tent up, and it folded down on top of me. And then I had all I could stand. So I got out and got in the Jeep and was riding out in the Jeep. And when it finally got daylight enough to see, the aftermath was something crazy. Inside the tent, I had a lot of stuff. I had my Rudy Tooty Point Shooty in there. I had my had a power station in there, my CPAP machine. All that stuff was just, there was probably 6 inches of sand on top of my power station. The CPAP machine was completely covered. Just everything in there was a nightmare. And the Boy Scouts were just right beside me over here, and a lot of them had the same outcome. The wind either filled their tent full of sand or blew it over. But they were actually going to stay another day or so, but they packed up and got out of Dodge, said they were going back to Dallas. They didn't sign up for this kind of nonsense. Well, I didn't either, but it was 30-something degrees with a 17-degree wind chill when I got up. So it was cold. A lot of them Boy Scouts didn't even have heavy coats, or if they did, they wasn't wearing them. But it was cold, and that wind, I don't know how strong it is. I'm not a sailor. I don't know what gale force means, but that's what the forecast said. But anyway, it sucked. I wasn't able, I didn't have any kind of good shelter place to make breakfast, coffee, any of that stuff, so I just, luckily the Boy Scouts, they had a trailer over there and they made some coffee in there. So one of the Scoutmasters invited me over to get a cup of coffee, which I thought was mighty nice of them. But the tent's a complete loss. The poles are, but the thing was a pile of crap anyway. So there's a dumpster on my way out, so it's going to meet its fate just like my air mattress did. So I will dispose of it properly, and I don't know what I'll do from here on out. I'll tell you one thing, I ain't camping on the beach no more. That's a drag, man. Yesterday was beautiful. Here's a couple of things. The first day I was here, it was a nice day, but the beach didn't have a lot of activity. There wasn't just a lot of people here. Yesterday, was probably somewhere between 72 and 75 and sunny. So the beach itself was like a super highway, man. There was traffic up and down everywhere, and people just coming to use it for the day. You know, they were halfway up in my camp, you know, parked and got their lawn chairs out and watching the waves. And so, you know, I'm not really a person for crowds. I don't care much for that. But, you know, it wasn't, I thought, you know, quick as it starts to cool down and get a little dark out here, all these people are going to leave. Well, and they did. But that's when the wind started picking up. Man, it got cold, windy, sand blowing everywhere. And I know a little something about blowing sand, you know. This ain't my first go-round with a lot of blowing sand. But, man, that stuff just, hopefully I'll be able to get the sand out of my CPAP machine and my power station and my phone. Y'all saw a while ago on that time lapse, the wind blew my tripod over and my phone hit the dirt. So now my phone, the plug, you know, the port where you plug in your power and all that stuff, it's all stopped up with sand. So anyway, I got a lot of cleanup to do, to say the least. I can't say that it wasn't fun, because I did enjoy my time here right up till last night. Last night, boy, took a turn for the worse. But I ain't complaining. I didn't get to do the cooking that I wanted to do. I mean, I did cook a few things. Man, I got sand stuck all over my face. You know, it wasn't a total bust. You know, it wasn't a complete washout. I enjoyed my time here. You know, and although it was, you know, 17 degrees this morning with the wind and all that stuff, it could be a lot worse. I know at home, it's snowing right now. So ain't no telling what the temperature is. I didn't look to see, but, you know, it's snowing. So at least it ain't snowing on me. But I'd almost rather had my tent full of snow than full of sand, because, you know, I'm going to be cleaning that stuff up for a month, I imagine. Maybe longer, I don't know. I don't have a shop vac, but I bet I get one. Maybe today or tomorrow, because this thing, man, my doggone seats are full of sand, floorboards are full of sand, the back of it's full of sand. Everything in here got sand in it. And ain't no telling where I have sand. I'm probably making pearls as we speak. All the sand going on around here. You know, I had some reservations about, you know, coming down to the beach to camp, but, you know, it was actually a recommendation from a subscriber. So if you are the subscriber that recommended I come to Mustang Island, I might be a little leery of your next doggone request of me going somewhere camping. I do believe if I recover from this trip, my next go around will probably be somewhere with some cover, you know, I mean, like woods and regular water, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's enough about this trip. I got everything packed up, and hope I found everything. Hope I didn't lose anything when I dumped that tent out. I dug around in the sand trying to make sure I had everything. But, you know, anyway, I guess I'm going to head for the hills, y'all. Or not the hills, I'm going to head on down this coastline to where my wife is and whine about this trip to her for a while. Anyway, you know, if you enjoy my content and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I mean, there'll be some more stuff coming up, and who knows, it might be worse than this one. You never know what you're going to get when you're camping. But anyway, I'm going to close this out here. And you know, normally I close my videos by saying I'll see y'all in the woods, but I don't know that I will. But I do know that I will not see you on the beach. Anyway, appreciate you watching.